Monster, episodes 51 through 74, the conclusion of the series. Boy, was this section some fuego at the end. Boy, let me tell you that much. I don't know how you feel, Eli. Well, I kind of do know how you feel, but me and Tristan were very, very, very excited for the ending of this show as it started heating up towards the end.
This was a great ending.
I'm glad I left the last 2-3 episodes for today, because last night I was starting to get a little bit upset that it was taking so long. But the last few episodes were pretty good.
Yeah, really the last 5 or 6. But if you were getting tired, I could see why you wouldn't enjoy them.
Oh yeah, it felt like I have to almost, and that's why I was glad I took kind of a breather and finished it out today, because it was a lot more enjoyable that way.
So we get the understanding of why Johan wanted to kill Shoevault, in that his son Carl and him knew Margot Langer, who was his mom's friend, so that means they know about Johan. Basically, they have connections to Johan, so he was trying to go in there and clean them out. And we find out that Johan's entire goal was the perfect suicide. Right, that was his goal throughout the entire show. He wanted to erase not really when you think about it. He wanted to erase every remnant of himself and then kill himself so no one would know he existed. Basically.
Yep. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty fucking bananas. But so Tenma went to jail at the end of this section, at the last section, which was, cliffhanger. And you see Tenma, people are getting upset because Tenma's in jail. All of his old patients came to talk, get him out of there and everything. That was really nice. And so there's an escape plan for Tenma to get out, which involves when he's getting transported, someone's going to pretend to get hit by a car. They'll pull over and then they'll pull a gun out and they'll, get them out. Well, the guy doing it, his name was Gustav, who's the brother of the guy that Tenma's in prison with right now. He's getting transported alongside him. Gustav has a very bricked up girlfriend who, for some reason, just couldn't keep her hands off Gustav. So they're on coke and they're hanging out, waiting for the truck to come by. And then he's telling her to shut up, and he tells her to shut up because they'll get married and they'll have enough kids to field a soccer team. And this is in Gustav's own words.
Dude, that was wild.
I feel it sometimes.
And Gustav is so happy about this that he's dancing in the street when, unfortunately, the prison transport comes up. And this man, Gustav, does 14 flips in the air, does a Perrier, and then lands on his back.
Dude, man sold it, though. He sold it. He did his job.
Yeah, they sold it so well, he had to go to the hospital.
Sold it
but
so well,
he never went to the hospital.
Oh, he did.
Didn't they end up leaving him?
No, they left him with his girlfriend, and she took him to the hospital. You just misremembered it already. So that was a cool little section, And then we start finding out more about Bonaparte. And we keep getting this flashback with Nina seeing herself when she comes home, but it's Johan dressed up as Nina. And you're like, why is Johan dressed as Nina? Or is Nina, a whole different thing that gets explained much later, which is fantastic in my opinion. But they're looking for the guy who's writing the little bookskis, Bonaparte. They're trying to find him. Nina and Dieter are looking for him in the Rose Mansion.
My man Dieter.
Cool, whatever. Oh, yeah, storyline, plot, all that. That's cool and all. Episode 58. The second best character in this entire show comes back. And he gets his whole episode for himself. It's a baby on a baby. The baby is back.
Dude.
How crazy were you guys going when he showed up?
Dude, I was going crazy. I clicked on the video. Was that the baby's depression?
Yeah.
Was that one? Dude, I clicked on it. I was like, the baby's depression. I was like, ooh, the baby.
That's what I did too. And then I saw him. I said, oh my God.
Dude.
I did not have that exact reaction.
The baby, bro.
The baby. Oh my gosh.
Dude, this episode,
the baby was putting in work though.
Dude, I loved a certain point when he was on the date, right? And he's like, ever since I was really little, I wanted to be Adolf Hitler. And she goes, "Yeah, I want to be a dancer. That's cool though."
Yeah, that was hilarious. You know, it was
She's
amazing.
like, "I never got to be a dancer, but you know," and he's like, "But I wanted to be Hitler." She's like, "Yeah, that's cool."
Before
The
that, at
baby.
the very beginning of the episode, when he's in the car with her, was also one of my favorite lines, where he's like,
Yo.
"I don't know what it was, but you know, I saw you." He's got that weird voice in the dub.
Yeah,
I saw you, and there was just something about you when I saw you. And then she goes, "Was it my tits or my ass?"
Yeah.
Yo, she went crazy with that.
Oh my god, it was so fucking good, dude. Oh fuck. Oof. So in the
Dude.
background this whole season. All right, sorry, you guys got more baby content?
Oh yeah. I was just gonna go chronologically through my notes. It's the baby. No, not the baby.
Yeah, because then the baby proceeds to die this episode. She murked his ass because she is one of
Dude, that's when
Johan's
I
hit
just-
squad.
Dude, they killed the baby. I just didn't want to watch this anymore. I'm gonna be honest with
That
you.
was nuts, dude. I was like,
So
why did
sad.
they kill the baby?
Because the baby was trying to be too smart. He's trying to comfort the Johan. You don't mess with the Johan.
Speaking of Johan, though, the episode before was like the sandbox shit, like writing the names in the sandbox. And I
That
just
was
said,
sick.
this man's literally just light Yagami, but sandbox.
The sand note.
Sand
The
note,
death
yeah.
box.
Oh no.
But man,
Anyway.
so the baby goes, and then we get a little couple spin-off episodes, right? Where we get Ava and Martin, right? This is probably the closest you're gonna get to redemption for Ava, right?
Yeah.
Her spiraling out of control, her not giving a fuck. The big dude wanted her to point out Johan so they could try to recruit him or get him to teach the devil too. Which, by the way, the devil too, he thought he was the coldest one out. Like he thought he was about that action. Man's got jobbed out by Ava, dude. You're not about that action.
Nah.
Yeah, this may be the closest we get to redemption for Ava. I still do not care about Ava one bit.
See, the
I
person
don't
I
want
cared
her on my
about
screen.
was my man Martin. Martin got fucked.
That's fact.
Martin
Yeah,
was
he did.
goated. Martin was in there. He's like, I don't want to work with women. Why don't you want to work with women? Because I don't like them. You're working with women. Fuck, I hate it here. Then he
Yeah,
gets
dude.
killed trying to protect her. She's waiting for Martin because she loves Martin now, not Tenma, even though she tried to make Martin a Tenma clone.
She wants anyone that even pretends to show her any attention, dude.
That's
no,
not true.
That's not true. It's anyone who dresses like Tenma and is Tenma.
That was previously, but by the end though,
Yeah.
she only wants the dead Martin.
Yeah, that's true.
And so Martin ends up getting killed, tragically defending her honor. And Tenma goes and tells her that he died, and she's all depressed. And she's like, "At least hang out with me until my train comes." She gets on the train. She decides, "I'm gonna kill Johan." Bitch, no, you're not. Shut up, babe. You ain't killing no one, motherfucker. And oh yeah, they stole your whole flow, Eli, in one of these episodes. I think 61, right?
Oh, 61
yeah.
was the episode, dude.
Yeah, dude, they stole it.
They stole Eli's whole
called that
flow,
shit.
bar for bar, word for word. I think it was Nina herself said, "Nina, Anna, which is my name?" And I was like, "Holy shit, that's Eli's whole words, bar for bar."
Yeah. Nina, Anna, what's her name?
Yes.
Yo, 61, my man Dieter came back. He was actually, I
Dude,
at one
hold
point,
on.
I don't
Okay.
remember when.
Nah, fuck that. You're about to say something that's gonna get us super canceled. You already hit the Millie Bobby Brown audience. He's gonna say something even worse, Eli. I know what he is.
I know.
I want to know how, because I don't know if they ever explained how in the world Dieter ended up running around Germany with Nina the whole, most of this section. Like, it was just Dieter and Nina. And I was like,
Tristan,
how are they
notice.
surviving? Like, where did they get the money for this? Where are they? I was confused.
Nina stole it, did it.
Yeah.
She was
And
selling
Dieter-
herself.
Dieter throws the soccer ball at people and they give him money.
He does little juggly tricks like a monkey.
Yeah.
They start throwing dollars at him. They're like, "Oh shit, he's bouncing it on his nose."
Look, my man Dieter putting in the work. That's all I gotta say.
See, look at him go. Look at him go. Dieter's like fucking 7. Look at him go.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
hustler.
not okay, Tristan.
He's
Whoa,
a hustler.
dude. No,
No.
Nina's too old for him, bro. If we can't do the other way, we ain't gonna do this way. If we can't go, oh, but she was 7 and he was 25, that's okay. We can't go, she was 25 and he was 7, that's okay. Nah,
Yeah.
G, we ain't going with that.
Yeah, no,
Hey man, he's
Tristan.
like 12.
He's not.
12
He's
and
like
20.
fucking 7.
Dude, it's not okay, dude.
I told you he was gonna come with this shit.
Not okay.
All right.
He's only
We do not ship that. But anyway, speaking of stealing bar for bar, word for word, Roberto is back, and I called that one.
You did call Roberto being back, which is like the most depressing thing ever.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
As soon as he was like, you might not recognize me because I'm skinny, I'm like, fuck. Fucking Roberto. Rubber
bastard. Now, the whole time throughout this chunk, Lunge has been working in the background, the shadows. He's been getting information. He doesn't suspect Tenma anymore. Well, he does, but not to the degree he did. He's like, how can this guy exist? He finds out everything. He says, it's time for me to go to Ruinheim, right? Sook starts finding out everything. Fucking every character that we've seen so far, it all comes together, really. We all asked a lot of questions like, why does this character exist? Why is it? Because they all come together at the end, you know what I mean? In Ruinheim for the final saga.
I don't know about all of them,
it's
but
like
yeah.
the end of I don't know.
Endgame.
Sure, yeah, but that's not even what I was talking about. I was thinking about Brawl and the story mode thing in there.
Smash?
Yeah.
What? Super Smash.
What's it called? Yeah, what's it called? The
Master Hand.
Okay, well, yeah, he's in there, but I meant like in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you get the
story mode
thing.
Yeah, the
I
Frontier.
can't even remember what I hated.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
It's like Final Frontier or some shit like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's something like that, but yeah.
So then they end up going to ruin Heezy. And someone Lunge's in there doing shit, and then someone comes in with a really familiar voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I, in all caps, I wrote down, fuck. Grimmer is back. Please don't kill him.
Yeah.
Please don't kill him. And I wanted them so bad not to kill him. And then, we find out what happens.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be him, though.
And so we get Lunge and Grimmer. They're tied to each other, all looking for his dog and shit like that. They're doing that. And then we see it's Roberto.
Yep.
Roberto is here in the city. He's fucking... Okay, well, first off, Roberto, and then these old people are giving people guns. They gave this kid this Glock 9, and I was like, he's about to let 9 shots ring off in the back of those bullies. It's like what YG said. Y'all 3 can be the next 50. Take these 9 shots. He's about to he's about to let it rip on them like it's a Beyblade.
Pretty sure the baby wasn't still alive at that point. He was just handing out guns.
I don't know, but this dude Roberto was playing fucking COD Zombies with the people of Ruinheim.
That's
Man's was trying to pack a punch his gun and shit. He killed about 97 people, and then he had about 20 other shooters pulling up too. And then we get one of the most epic scenes in the fucking show, dude. When Lunge and Grimmer are in the station talking to Bonaparte, or in the hotel talking to Bonaparte, calling him a bitch, and they're with the lottery people. They're like, oh yeah, we got these 3 guns. And they said, we're gonna have to borrow these real quick. And then Lunge straps up with the rifle and the pistol, and Grimmer grabs the gun, and they said, you got this? He said, I got this. And they said, all right, I'll be back. I said, fuck.
Dude, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Tristan, you could keep hating on my boy Lunge, bro. Keep hating on him. That's my guy.
Lunge had the hardest comeback. I give him, he went full circle. Like, bro, I hated Lunge. By the end, I liked Lunge.
Bro, I've been on the Lunge train, man. Man was vibing me go with his fingers and shit. Dude, that guy has been my dude.
I won't say that I liked him at the end, but I didn't hate him anymore.
I don't know how you don't like him in the end.
I did. He balled out, dude. He balled
Tristan,
out.
You're just a hater at this point. Lunge is one of the best characters in this show, and I don't particularly enjoy a lot of the plot line, but Lunge is fucking sick.
Lunge single-handedly dropped 42 in the 4th to make it a tie game.
That's facts.
For Tenma to even hit the game winner, dog. Lunge was the Klay Thompson there.
Dude, I like Lunge more than Tenma. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like Tenma a lot by the end.
You ain't gotta You ain't gotta just be like that, Eli. You want to talk about a hater? You gonna come out here and say something blasphemous like that?
Tenma didn't do anything really. He really
Oh
didn't do
my
anything.
gosh!
Tell me one thing he did, man. Man just healed people. Like I understand that's cool. He's a doctor. Couldn't shoot anybody.
He's
That's the
literally the
point.
whole backbone to the plot.
I understand that, but I'm just saying he has no character besides I heal people, and I'm like, that's cool, but like, I don't know.
His
Dude,
character
his
is the
whole
He's
thing-
conflict.
uncovering things.
His character
his
was the
whole
conflict
thing-
between Johan and himself, and him trying to decide
understand
whether he
that.
wants to become the monster that he's trying to kill, and that's like the gimmick.
But he didn't. He didn't change at all from the first episode to the 74th, in my opinion. He was the same dude the entire time. Yeah, he had different thoughts, but he didn't do anything drastically different than he would have done the first episode.
That's the point. He never became the
I-
monster.
I know, but having no character development, in my opinion, makes him a lesser character than Lunge for me.
Yes,
But
he's not. He doesn't have the character arc. He stays concrete, right? But I
that's
enjoyed
the
him
idea.
as the character was still fine, despite him not having a character arc. He still was an enjoyable character to me. Now
The character
Lunge
arc
has a
was the
big character
internal
arc.
struggle.
Yes. Now Lunge had a much more dynamic character arc, going from someone who was, really good detective to obsessed to, I have to catch Tenma to maybe it's not Tenma to it's not Tenma, I will defend him kind of thing. That was really cool to see. Another good character that had that was Grimmer. Grimmer had a fantastic character arc as well. And I would
That's
argue
Grimmer's the dude.
that those two are probably the best characters in the show, in my opinion,
I agree.
for transformation
Yeah.
wise. I think Tenma's
Yeah.
really fucking good. And I think you could argue Tenma or Lunge, but I think they're both good. But I think you could argue either or. If you like bigger character arcs, Lunge would win that for you.
I never particularly liked Tenma. Like, even, I mean, at first I was like, cool, he's a doctor, like that's dope. But like, I just never really liked Tenma. I never saw him on screen. I was like, damn, I really like Tenma. Like, I did the Lunge at the end, and I liked Grimmer from the day one, as we all did. I mean, he's obviously the best character in the show, but like,
Facts.
there's nothing there from Tenma that I was like, wow, I really like him. And I think that's why I didn't enjoy the show as much as you guys, is because he is the main character, and I didn't like him on screen.
See, I think it's one of those things where you need the grounded main character so all the other characters could transform.
Exactly.
So that's why I think Tenma had to stay like that, because then you get the Ninas, the Dieters, the Grimmers, the Lunges, like they're all affected by Tenma. Like that's the thing. Tenma doesn't have a self change, but he changes people. That's his gimmick.
It's fair. I didn't like Nina either, and Dieter didn't really do anything either.
Okay, you're
so
not
I mean, I like.
No
Okay,
Dieter slander
I
here.
don't
Fuck
blame
off.
Dieter for Dieter not doing anything.
I'm not slandering Dieter. I like Dieter. He just never did anything.
Well,
He
what do you
literally
want him to
kicked the
do? He's
soccer ball
7.
I'm just saying, man. He never pulled out the AK and shot fucking Johan in the face like we wanted to. Anyway, I'm not saying he should have. I'm just saying that it's hard for me to like.
And hit Johan with the blocka.
It's hard for me to seriously sit here and go, yo, Dieter was my favorite character when
It's
he
not
didn't
for
do
me.
anything.
It's not hard for me to say that because I love Dieter.
Y'all are just memers, bro. Like,
No, this isn't even a meme. Dieter is the dude.
what did he do, Tristan?
Everything.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
what I thought.
Nina's rock, bro. Without
Facts.
Dieter, Nina would have never
God.
survived. And Nina was a crucial character.
Nina would have got raped by the puppet guy if it wasn't for Dieter. Remember the puppet guy?
Okay.
Dude, the puppet guy.
I-
oh God, dude, that's
That
You
dude
I
mean-
hated
sucks.
that
you mean
plot line.
Pope's
Dude.
son.
Yeah,
That dude
Alright.
sucks. No, we don't trust Puppet Man here.
no, he makes puppets and Nina and that does things with the puppets. I don't want to repeat.
All right, so Roberto killing people. Then not only is Roberto killing people, 74 episodes. We have gone 74 episodes with not a sex scene in this entire show.
Oh,
Right?
I know,
The one we get is
I
with
know.
Roberto.
dude.
What the fuck?
Dude, he's just
That
a
was aggravating.
caveman.
He's just a dumb fuck. And don't the Roberto fucking twist, dude.
God, dude. Oh my
We'll
God,
get
I
there.
want.
We'll get
that
there in a
pissed me
second. We'll
off.
get there in a second.
I know.
So Lunge said, I'm gonna go get him to Grimmer. He said, Grimmer, hold it down. I said, let's go. And I clicked the next episode. And the next episode was called The Rage of the Magnificent Steiner. And I just screamed,
Yep.
fuck.
Yep.
Because I already knew what was gonna happen,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, no. And then Grimmer's literally trying to defend everyone. Oh, the dude gets shot in the back. He goes in the street. The girl that Roberto was banging finally got the courage to come to the fucking hotel. They snipe her, and you see Grimmer just scream. He lets out his Super Saiyan roar, and we all think the Steiner's coming out, right? Cuts away. Tenma ends up coming back to the hotel after he runs into Lunge. And what do we see? We go into the room. We see Grimmer. He's shot up in the chair, bleeding out. And then he's like, did Steiner, he's like, are you good? Did you win? And he's like, Tenma, the crazy thing is, the Magnificent Steiner never even showed up. It was all me. And that's when I was like, fuck, dude. That whole scene was a tough one for sure, because Grimmer, as we said, is one of our favorite characters of the entire show. And this is the moment we were dreading that was going to happen, was Grimmer, getting got. So to see him be in that chair, bleeding out, crying, I was crying, Tenma was crying, Grimmer was crying, we all were crying, and shit was left, man. How'd you feel during that, Tristan?
I was also very sad. The kid was crying too, and he barely knew him, and I was like, Grimmer's gone. Because it hurt. They didn't need to kill off Grimmer. He didn't even get to have the picnic with Tenma.
They did have to kill him off, but I don't like it.
The picnic. I wanted picnic scene.
They needed an emotional death scene. I feel like this was the best way to do it, in my opinion. But I didn't want it to happen. Like, he's dope. He's just like, yeah. I don't know. He's one of the characters I actually enjoyed.
I was emotional during it, and I was like, fuck, man. I love Grimmer. And so after that, we get this really good, by the way, you're going to see Grimmer, and at the end of the series, you're going to see Grimmer for a fucking fact on that top 25 characters list. And good luck.
Oh, yeah, I could see
Good luck knocking that man off the top 10, to be honest. Good fucking luck knocking Grimmer out the 10. We find out that the Grimmer's friend from the fucking Kinderheim his name's Adolf Reinhardt, and you find out that Adolf Reinhardt is fucking Roberto when Roberto is fighting Lunge, and you go, wow, dude, this dude Grimmer really just wanted to help this dude, and it was fucking Roberto. And I was like, I hate it here.
Yeah. I was so disappointed.
I think we all were. Thankfully, we see Lunge and Roberto battle it out, and Lunge is a fucking dog.
That's facts.
He has no quit in him. That man was doing any and everything he possibly could to take out that motherfucker Roberto. He shot his ass through a chair. He did some fisticuffs, hands on hand. Fucking Roberto was doing the Homer Simpson, the Bart Simpson, the Lunge. Lunge's eyes were popping out of his skull. Like, it was fucked up. Dude. And Lunge says, watch this. Shoves his thumb in the bullet hole and starts digging in there. He's like, that was amazing.
Dude, when he's doing that, bro, I just, in my notes, just all caps. I just said, where's that Lunge hate now, motherfucker? That's what I thought. Dude, man's a fucking animal.
That's a fact. He did come in clutch. But not clutch enough, because somehow Roberto gets out of that situation.
I don't know how that happened.
I was pissed.
And he goes over to Tenma, fucking the Bonaparte, the little kid, and Johan. And Bonaparte just trying to bargain with Johan, let's kill each other. Let's, be done with it, whatever. And Johan's just looking at him. He's like, you're a little bitch. No. And then out of nowhere, Roberto comes up, blows out Bonaparte's brains. He says, troll, and then dies. Because that's all Roberto's good for, is dying.
Bro, he said, I want to see the thing. And Johan was like, you don't get to, you suck.
Yeah, he said, fuck off. You don't get to see a doomsday or whatever. Like the air of a doomsday or whatever.
Yeah, the perfect scenery was something or other.
Yeah, perfect scenery of a doomsday or something like that. And we get Nina showing up and telling Tenma he can't do it. When Tenma's got that gun to his forehead, he's like, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out. He's like, do it, little bitch. Do it, little Tenma. You little fuck face. Like, he's just talking shit.
Yeah.
To Tenma. And then, we get a little, like, fucking cut screen where, like, obviously they put a commercial in that. It comes back. We're following the old drunk dad of the little kid.
Yeah.
And he's got the AK that was handed to him. Okay, sorry. He got the Glock that was handed to him by the wheelchair couple. And he goes, he's got a gun to my son's head. I gotta handle this. And banger, right? He fucking shoots Johan in the head. And it's like, dude, what?
Nobody could have seen that coming. Literally, there's no prediction that nobody could have predicted that. And yeah.
Someone just rando takes out Johan of all people, and Johan goes down. The day's over. We won. He's dead. He ain't dead. Tenma's in the corner, just depressed as fuck against the stairs. Oh man, go for it.
How many more times does this man gotta get shot in the head? I don't understand. But no, what I was gonna say is I get it's like a perspective thing that they were going for, but like the fact that they couldn't hear homeless drunk dad yelling in the background of that scene was kind of upsetting.
That was one of my only issues with that part, was like, what the fuck? They would have heard him, saying something like, "Let go of my son."
And I get, like, it's supposed to be the perspective of him as the drunk guy, like, yelling, and their perspective of in that moment, but that didn't do it for me. Like, I'm like, come on.
That moment itself didn't do anything for me. The follow-up and what happened afterwards kind of did. I'll give it that.
Yes.
So Tenma's depressed in the corner with Nina. Nina was kind of, trying to snuggle up with Tenma, to be honest. But Tenma's like, I only have my eyes on doctoring in the corner.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, yo, you Tenma, cuz? We gotta arrest you. And then as they're doing that, Lunge says, there's a top neurosurgeon here to save this man. And his name is Tenma. Go get him. And they gets Tenma, and Tenma has to make a decision again. Will he save the monster he created once again? And you see he's conflicted, and Nina tells him, like, I would like to forgive Johan. And I go, well, shit, maybe the people who got killed by him don't. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe they don't want to forgive Johan. Like, what the
Maybe
fuck?
I don't want Johan back, Tenma.
And then Tenma says, thank you. And then he goes and fucking attempts to save Johan, and the chopper, they fly off. Boom. Episode over. Final episode, we get a time skip. You start seeing newspapers. You seen Tenma had a trial. He beat the case. OJ back to back, 2-0. You know what I mean? He never lost. Tenma went to court, never lost.
Oh my god.
He got away with all the murders he did, which is absolutely zero. And you start seeing what the characters are up to. Dieter, he's a soccer star. He's actually Cristiano Ronaldo now.
Yeah, just kicking a ball in the street.
Yeah. The little rat fuck that Tristan is back.
God,
yes, dude, the rabbit man. He came back. That's all that matters.
Showed up for 2 fucking seconds and just
That's all that matters.
And I know Tristan was so hype about it.
I guarantee he was. There's no reason to like that guy.
He's awesome. That's why.
No, fuck him and his rug from
you
that.
Guys
first
got
section.
the baby. I got the rabbit man.
No, the baby's cool. The baby's the baby.
He's got the purple suit.
Yeah, exactly. The baby's
the rabbit man got the ponytail.
Right,
no, dude.
Cut that ponytail off.
Yeah. No, yeah. Cut the ponytail off.
Oh my goodness. And so that fucking Carl and Frank are cool now, Not Carl and Frank. I keep giving this dude 7 names. Carl's his name?
Yeah, Carl.
I still don't like that motherfucker with his big ass nose.
No, I don't either.
And his little girlfriend with the glasses, Velma.
Yeah, Velma.
Yeah, I don't know. Tristan, you know her shoot name? What's her shoot name?
No, it's Velma.
Lota?
No, it's Velma.
It's Lota, but it's Velma, for shoot.
It's Velma.
The doctor guy, he's taking care of Dieter now, the dude.
Dr. Reichbein, he's cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's dope. He's
like the dad for Nina and Dieter now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You wondering how they're getting money, Tristan? They had him the whole time.
Yeah, he has that doctor. You got that doctor bag, you know what's up.
Yeah, that's facts. He's got it's not even the doctor bag. It's the psychologist bag. That's something different.
It does hit different. And Ava is an interior designer who's not an asshole anymore. She's still a little bougie, at least. That's
No, she still sucks though.
All right, dude. But you like
that's
the
just
rat
hate.
dude?
Like, yeah, that's just
like
hate.
the
It
fucking
sounds
rat guy.
Tristan.
Fuck you.
Like there should be no hate on Ava at the end. Like in my opinion, like I don't like her.
Don't want her on my
At
screen.
worst case,
That's-
she broke
that's-
even by the end.
Right, I agree.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, she's not a likable character. She's not really dislikable. She's just kind of there for me. Like I don't know. I think she made something of herself, and that's really respectable. Like she really changed as a person. And then she's like, "Yeah, but I still keep it high class." I'm like, "Hey."
Yep. And she reveals Tenma did not go back to her, which is fantastic.
And she was cool with it.
And she was fine with it, which is also fantastic. And then we find out. Oh, sorry. Go for it, King.
I was just saying character development for her, and that's why I liked it.
And so Tenma didn't develop at all, but he's still a great dude because now he's doing Doctors Without Borders, which is really cool to hear him do. You know what I mean? See Tenma, going around helping people and stuff like that. And so we're missing one character that we haven't seen yet, which is Tenma and Nina. But before we get Nina, we actually get Tenma first. And Tenma goes to this old home for like retired people or like, people who have illness and stuff and need to be taken care of. He goes up to this woman and I go, holy shit, that's their mom, isn't it? Because I was wondering where she had been at, because they mentioned that she was okay in this section. Like she was alive.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering too.
We find out she has like dementia now. So she's like, fuck. She's like fucked up like how Sook's mom was, So she doesn't remember a lot. And Tenma comes and she finally lets it be known what happened. They came, they said, we're going to take one of your kids, blah, blah, we're going to do experiment and shit like that. And it's like, wow, that's really fucked up. She's like, I didn't want to give them either of them, yada, yada, yada. And they just took one. And that was like, really fucked up scene. And then we go back and do we get Nina or do we get Tenma 2 at this point? On the last episode.
I don't know.
I think we get Tenma 2, which is with Tenma goes to a police hospital.
No, that was the last thing.
Okay.
So we get Nina again.
So Nina's in college. Nina's in college. She gets a call from Dieter. She's like, you coming back to town? She's like, nah, I'm hanging out with my homies, I'm kicking it. I'm in college. And then he goes, Tenma's coming. She says, I'm coming. So, right?
Oh, no.
So then she decides that she's going back. She tells everyone to fuck off. She starts running home, which I took it as, right? I took it as Nina likes Tenma, right? Like, romantically. But Tenma is at the point in his life where he's just dedicated to his job, right? So
definitely did not take it that way.
Really?
No.
You took it as the ship was for sailing?
I took it as like she just wanted to hang out with him. She enjoys him, but not in a romantic way.
I took it as fully romantic.
Nah, Eli's right.
I mean, no one's right because it's
nobody's right.
You
it's
motherfucker.
Just because you think a certain way.
Ship.
You're trying to ship a fucking 7-year-old and a 21-year-old. You dirty fuck.
Yeah, dude, shut up, dude.
12.
He's 7. Did you look it up?
I have not looked it up yet.
Either way, it's illegal. The baby's not illegal.
All right, dude, y'all are disgusting.
Oh, we're just. My goodness,
bro. The chick that murdered the baby, she was killing kids in a whole different way. Let me tell you, that's a cum joke. Anyway, so when we get
welcome back, everyone.
That's fucking cut, dog. That's getting cut. And by cut, I'm completely left in.
You take?
This dude's on some Addy or something, bro. He popped a Zan. He's out like a light this whole episode. I don't know what's going on. I took it as romantic. My ship has sailed. Fuck everyone else. Nina and Tenma OTP. But Tenma doesn't give a fuck because he just wants to be doctor. So then we get the final scene, which is Tenma goes to the hospital. So he saved Johan, but Johan's been in a coma. So it looks like Johan's like, practically dead. He's just on life support, a coma. And he goes in there. he says, "I know your name now." And when he says that, fucking Johan does the Undertaker, snaps and looks up at Tenma. Tenma goes, "What the fuck?" And I guess Johan is really the devil because he has powers where he can show you memories. And he shows Tenma a memory of the fact that the mom threw one of them to the people. She picked one. She picked one and threw him to it. And Johan's whole thing was, I bet she was trying to keep Nina, but she threw Nina on accident. And that she didn't actually want to save me. She wanted to save them. And the episode's called The Real Monster because the monster was the mom for trying to pick a fucking kid. Like, she shouldn't have done
It's not her fault.
It is her fault. She didn't have to pick a kid.
No, she didn't, but like she was put in that situation. Like if she had the choice, she would have kept both.
She could have just said no, and then they would have forcibly taken one. So
that's how I definitely could have seen.
That's how I see most parents would let that happen or try to fight them off or something. And the mom really didn't try that hard.
If it's the situation of, okay, if you don't give us one, we're taking two type of thing, I don't know.
You might let them take two at that point. You can't really choose.
I agree. Like, consciously, it's definitely going to be hard as a parent to choose a kid. And I don't know why she did that. But, I get it. But it's a hard situation for her to be put in, and that was fucked from the beginning, so.
Yeah. And so Tenma, I guess, just had a fucking vision because Johan's just there still, just laying down, knocked in a coma. He leaves. Tenma leaves, obviously, to go hang out with Dieter and Nina and all the rest of the gang. And we cut back. Bed's empty. Windows open. There's no Johan in the bed anymore, which is meant to be... It's the ending, right? That's how it ends. The bed's empty. It's over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did you... I don't want to, like, sway opinions. How did you guys take that? Tristan, how'd you take it?
Well, so part of my thing was, if they were not on the first story, then I think Johan just jumped out of the building and killed himself.
Oh, wow.
But if they were on the first story, then he probably escaped.
Okay. Eli, how'd you take it?
I think Johan's just gonna go wild again. He's just gonna run out and just start vibing and killing people that are associated. It's gonna repeat because there was, no changes in Tenma's attitude, so why should there be in Johan's?
Fair. I took it as symbolic. So, the whole thing was Johan was the monster without a name, right? And at the end, Tenma has his name. He knows what Nina's and Johan's real name is. So, the monster that Johan was, which was the monster without a name, doesn't exist anymore. So Johan doesn't exist as an evil entity anymore. So that's when they cut back to the bed. It's empty, in my opinion, to state that the monster's gone. There is no monster anymore. The monster that was inside Johan, which was the nameless monster, is gone because he has a name now. That's
facts, yeah. Did he ever say his name, though?
He did not.
I didn't think so.
Tenma never told him his name, but he just said, I know your name.
Yeah. I guess that's fair. I don't know. That makes sense. Story writing purposes, that definitely makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if it was I didn't care to connect the dots but yeah, that was
I also assume Tenma did not tell Nina her real name, just for the fact that she had gotten used to being Nina Fortner in honor of the parents who took care of her and were killed at the very beginning. So
100%.
So that's it, man. That was the ride of Monster. I thoroughly enjoyed the last 2/3. I really did. It's my kind of show where it's a mystery with slow burn, developments, a lot of symbolism in the writing and stuff like that. A lot of good characters, intertwining arcs. It checks a lot of my boxes that I enjoy. So other than that first third, I really did enjoy this. I'll ask you, Tristan, because Eli's been kind of telling us how he felt about it. So I'll go to you, Tristan.
I would say overall, I'm gonna give this show probably like a 7.5 or an 8, I'd say.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. The first third definitely brings it down in the overall, just because that first third was tough, dude. But after that, it really did start to pick up. We got some more fun character stuff, including our boy Grimmer, even though they nerfed Dieter towards the end, who I, for the life of me, cannot find any information on his age for.
No one can, because I checked too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd give it like a 7.5 or an 8. I did end up enjoying it. I shared some of Eli's feelings about like it being a little bit hard to get. There were times where it was just like it felt long to get through. Um, but I did enjoy the last like 2/3 of it.
Take it away, Penny, aka Eli.
Yeah, I kind of voiced my opinion already. I don't want to like get too negative on it or anything. I think there were some really positive things about this. I liked a couple of the characters. Lunge was super cool. Grimmer was super cool. Some of the individual plot lines were cool, but for the most part, I just feel like it was just kind of long for me. Like I just couldn't find myself actually, I don't know, fully paying attention to it without like going crazy. So I'd give it like a 5.5 probably for myself. It wasn't unbearable or anything, but it was just not my kind of thing.
Understandable. Did you give a number to that?
Yeah, 5.5.
Okay, just about average.
Did I cut out?
No, I just didn't listen.
Oh, okay. No worries.
I was going with 8 out of 10 for me. I really did enjoy this, but again, it was my show, so I kind of have to enjoy it, because for its purposes of rankings and stuff. But it's definitely a journey I do recommend to people who like the genre of mystery and slow burn stuff. And it's really up to you, because you could either like it or you could not. I know Tristan doesn't really care for slow burn, but he ended up liking this one. I know I love slow burn, ended up liking this one. I know Eli is kind of in between, and he ended up not liking this one.
I'm half and half on slow burn.
So yeah, it's a mixed bag, So I would recommend checking out. At least get to like episode 30, which is like a big ask. But if you're gonna watch it, that's what I would do. If you don't want to put 30 episodes into the show, just don't watch it. Watch something shorter or something, But I do think for people who like the genre, it's really top notch. It's really fun. It's really good by the end of it, and you see some of the best characters I've seen in a minute.
Oh, yeah. It is a very well done show.
So, gentlemen, next week we're gonna be back here talking about the little things, which we definitely haven't already seen, and we definitely haven't already recorded, and we definitely haven't already done.
Yeah,
It's not like we got a week off or something. But we're going to be back with that next week. And then 2 weeks, we're finally going to do Jack Ryan. I feel like we were supposed to do this back in like January. But
yeah.
Circumstances pushed it back. And now we're here. Finally going to watch it. 2 seasons. It's on Prime Video, I think. So we're going to get to it. It has that one dude.
John Krasinski.
Yes, the dude from Silent Voice. That's fuck.
Yes.
No.
Sorry, not a Silent Voice. A Quiet
Place.
Yeah.
Too many closely assumed words.
And
quiet, a silent.
Yeah.
The words are hard.
Words are hard. So we're gonna see it. It's Tom Clancy, so you guys already know it's gonna have some Siege tie-ins. I can't wait to see Montaigne in this series.
Oh no.
Can't wait for my boy Fuse to show up, dude.
Or Hibana. It's gonna be awesome.
Yo, if my man Jack Ryan walks through a cap can, I'm gonna lose it.
He blows off his legs. Oh fuck, dude! I can't wait for him to do his peeking. He's leaning back and forth constantly. He's walking. Oh man, dude. But yeah, so we're gonna be back. We're here every week, dude. Check out St. Patrick's Day. We're probably gonna have a secret episode that day. Probably, the inside source told me.
Yeah,
a guy I know.
Our agent.
That inside sources.
Our agent said you guys have to fucking put on an episode.
Yeah, our agent that definitely exists said we got to do better on marketing.
Yeah.
But all right, man. We told you guys what it is. You know what's up. You've been here. You actually haven't, because we have like no fans. So if you're listening to this like 3 years from now, either the channel's dead or the channel's thriving. It's one of the two. Like either we're
Yeah, that's
millionaires
nice.
now, and we have we don't even talk to you losers anymore, or the channel's dead and we're dead too. So enjoy.
Yep.
But yeah, so thank you for hanging out with us this week. With you this week, my name was Enrique,
I was Eli.
And I'm still Tristan.
and I want you to remember that the Dieter Nina ship is fucking terrible.